is enough said.
Happy Saturday, Heat Nation! Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Why do I got this hoodie on? Well, because got a new unveiling. I told y'all I'm in my Dennis Rodman vibe, excuse me. Bam! Bleach your boy hair, got a little Ric Flair drip going on. Got a show tonight, got a music video tomorrow. Feeling good, feeling fresh. Now, I'm ready to go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Would really appreciate if you guys can subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, click that notification bell. You know the drill. Now, the Miami Heat have a game tomorrow, you guys, against the Dallas Mavericks. Want to give you guys a little update. I know you're probably staring at this hair. It's really bright. It's like blinding to the eyes, right? But focus. Now, the Miami Heat did have a practice report that came out earlier today. Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, and Josh Richardson are all practicing. Jimmy Butler and Drew Smith missed practice. Jimmy Butler had an illness, most likely to play tomorrow. Not 100% sure about Jaime Jaquez and Terry Rozier. They both said they want to play, but we just got to wait and see. Now, it's got to be all hands on deck, you guys. Right? It's funny because the Miami Heat actually advanced in standings without even playing a game. The Miami Heat moved up from the 6th seed to the 5th seed at a 6-7 record. We are literally 2 games down from the 3rd seed. The New York Knicks right now are 9-6. Orlando Magic are 10-7 with the 4th seed. The Heat are 2 games down. So these games are going to be crucial. You got to win this game against Dallas. It's on your home. Luka Doncic ain't there. You're most likely going to have a healthy team. So all hands need to be on deck. Heat have a lot of winnable games coming up. But when you look at the Eastern Conference standings right now, you guys, I'm looking at it right now. The New York Knicks have the 3rd seed, and all the way down with the 10th seed is the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte's only 6-9. So they're technically 3 games down from the 3rd seed. That's how close the Eastern Conference is this year. Now, Cleveland and Boston, they got a stranglehold on the first 2 seeds. But if you're the Miami Heat, you're looking at seeds 5, 4, 3 as pretty nice seeds. If the Heat can end up with a 3rd or 4th seed come playoff time, I'd be 100% happy with that. Get home court first round. And then be able to cut the head of the snake against Boston or Cleveland. I think matchup-wise, fully healthy, the Heat can compete with Boston. They can definitely compete with Cleveland. I really feel that, you guys. No disrespect to these teams, but I know what type of MF or Jimmy Butler is in the playoffs. And if we just get this team connected and playing right together, I think that he can compete with anyone, you guys. I truly believe that. I know I may sound deluded. I know there's other Heat platforms that think that this team is ass, that think that this team sucks, and I get it. I understand that. I'm not saying they're wrong. Because with a 6-7 record, this team has been mid all season long. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and sit here and say, this team's amazing. No, they've been playing very mid. They're not ass. They don't suck. They're 5th seed in the East right now. But they've been definitely losing a lot of games that they should have won. In my honest opinion, you get that bad game against Detroit where Spo ruins the game. A lot of these games that you lost in the 3rd quarter that you had large leads with, the Heat right now, honestly, you guys should have a New York Knicks record, a 9-6 record, 10-5 record. I honestly feel the Heat should be at that level. You just lost these games. So what basically says is that this team is at a mediocre standpoint. But the great thing is, they can turn it around. Because they're only 6-7 with a 5th seed right now. They can still turn it around. And if there's one thing I know about this Miami Heat team, one thing that's been proven in the past, every time where the media, fans, and people doubt this team and are ready to kick dirt on this team saying that it's over, they turn it around and shock the world. So I'm fully confident with that. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that, you guys, is because now with Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, Jay Rich practicing, all looking like they're going to return, we're seeing a lot of players on this roster. This team can potentially be 12 deep. But we know that Coach Spo does not play that many players. He usually likes to leave a 9-man rotation. So the question needs to be asked, 13 games into the season, what is the right lineup? What is the perfect rotation moving forward with this roster? Because I've said it before, you guys, on this bench, you got a lot of C+, B- role level players. So who are the best players to put out there? What's the best rotation? Now, we all had an idea before the season. A lot of these ideas included Tyler Herro coming off the bench as the 6th man and Kel'el Ware starting at the center. I'll tell y'all right now, both of those ideas have been squashed. Tyler Herro has been doing so amazing this year, has been the most consistent player for the Miami Heat. He has earned and deserves to be the starting shooting guard on this team, at least to be the starting guard. He has earned his starting spot. Kel'el Ware ain't playing. He's being redshirted this season. And for a lot of people that are disappointed, we need to look at the fact that Erik Spoelstra treats big men a lot differently. Bam Adebayo and Nikola Jovic, the last two recent big men that were drafted drafted by the Miami Heat were both redshirted their first season. That's exactly what we're seeing with Kel'el Ware. Spo has decided to go with Kevin Love and Thomas Bryant over Kel'el Ware. A lot of us were thinking Kevin Love was going to have that Udonis Haslem role and being able to be called upon when he's needed. We all thought Kel'el Ware was going to take that reins. But it may have to be next season or possibly the second half of this year. It was reported in practice today, you guys, that Kevin Love is saying that Kel'el Ware is doing awesome in practice. And that's something you want to hear. Spo is challenging Kel'el Ware to not let the outside noise affect him. I don't think that they're holding him back, and I definitely don't think Kel'el Ware's a bust. I just think patience is going to be a virtue with him. But we're going to take Kel'el Ware out of this rotation idea because I honestly think he's not going to get his time until possibly the second half of the season, after All-Star break, maybe even a little before, depending if Thomas Bryant and Kevin Love stay healthy. Because I said at the beginning of the season, you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you don't remember this, and for those of you that are staying this long into the video, I appreciate you because you're going to understand this now. I honestly think, you guys, that with Kel'el Ware, it was the right pick. It was the right choice. It's just going to have to take some time. Patience is going to be a virtue with this guy because they don't want to rush it. He's still a little raw at certain points. So we're going to take him out of this equation for this rotational idea. Because one thing I'm honestly seeing, you guys, and I think this Miami Heat team does not have a floor general point guard. So maybe this idea of starting Terry Rozier and Tyler Herro in the backcourt might not be the best thing. Maybe it is best. Maybe my original idea for Tyler Herro coming off the bench maybe wasn't the right one. Maybe it was Terry Rozier. Maybe it's best for him to come off the bench. Because I've said this before, y'all. Starting Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro, and Terry Rozier together, one of those guys is going to have to eat crap. And we've seen this season that has been the case. When they're all starting, usually one of them is playing like trash. Whether it's Bam Adebayo or Terry Rozier or Jimmy Butler, someone is eating crap. So one of those guys needs to come off the bench, in my opinion. And maybe it should be Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier, who's probably the only player on the rotation that is built like a point guard, should maybe come off the bench to play against the second unit players. Have Tyler Herro start as your ball dominant guard. I understand we don't need to label Tyler Herro as the point guard, but he can play that position. And instead of starting Terry Rozier next to him, just flip it. Instead of Jaime Jaquez being your sixth man, let Jaime Jaquez start alongside Tyler Herro in the backcourt. They're both above 6'5". I think it works. Jaime Jaquez could be the guy that guards the better guard on the other opposing side. He can handle it. I understand starting Jimmy Butler and Jaime Jaquez may not be the most optional thing because of shooting, but throw back Nikola Jovic in the starting lineup as the starting four. Nikola Jovic is a three-point shooter. Tyler Hero's a three-point shooter, averaging 45% a game. Bam can hit threes. Jimmy can hit threes. Jaime Jaquez can hit threes. You have a starting lineup like that of Bam, Jovic, Jimmy, Jaquez, and Hero. You have 5 players out there that all can do their own individual roles, and everyone can hit the three. Have Terry Rozier be the 6th man off the bench. Duncan Robinson as your Swiss Army knife, who can come off the bench for multiple positions. Have Kevin Love as your backup big man. I mean, I know we all are not the biggest proponent of it because we all want Kel'el Ware, but hey, it's Kevin Love. You know what he can do. And as your 9th man, switch it up. Flip it around. You have a lot of pieces you can throw on there. Haywood Highsmith, Alec Burks, Josh Richardson, Pele Larson, Drew Smith. You have a lot of guys you can throw on that 9th man position. So that's one thing I like about this roster, you guys. We're versatile, we're flexible, but it's a little annoying because you have a lot of guys that are on the same level. C+, B- level players. So you got to go match up with that 9th spot. Some nights you may need more defense. Haywood Highsmith, Josh Richardson. Other nights you may need more offense. Alec Burks. Kevin Love may not be the best option off the bench as the big man. Go Kel'el Ware. Give him a shot. You also have Thomas Bryant. But in my opinion, you guys, this 9-man rotation that I just said, have Bam at the 5, Jovic at the 4, Jimmy at the 3, Jaquez at the 2, Hero at the 1. You have 5 guys starting. Every player is 6'5" and above. You got a tall lineup out there. You have your only guy who's built like a point guard, Terry Rozier, coming off the bench to play against the opposing team's second unit. And if Terry Rozier is the main guy coming off the bench and you're giving him the green light to score, he may play better. We know what Duncan Robinson can do. Kevin Love, Haywood Highsmith, Alec Burks, Josh Richardson, all flipping out the 9th man spot. So I want to hear from you, Heat Nation. What do you think of this lineup? Maybe you have a better idea. Take Kel'el Ware off this notion, you guys. He's not playing right now. We're not going to see Kel'el Ware until maybe some point mid part of the season or later on, or unless someone else gets injured. So I'm really curious on what you guys have to say. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you all so much that support the channel. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said. Let's go Heat!